Welcome to Wisdom in Pages, where great books become simple ideas to help you learn, grow, and live better.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. What if the biggest difference between the rich and the poor is not salary, but the way they think about money? Most people are taught to study hard, get a good job, earn a salary, pay bills, and repeat the same cycle every month. But Rich Dad, Poor Dad challenges this traditional idea. Written by Robert Kiyosaki, this book became one of the most popular personal finance books in the world because it explains money in a simple, powerful, and practical way. The book is based on two father figures in Kiyosaki's life. His poor dad was highly educated, worked hard and believed in job security, salary, and traditional success. His rich dad did not follow the normal path. He believed in financial education, building assets, creating income streams, and making money work for you. Through these two different mindsets, the book teaches one powerful lesson. You do not become wealthy only by earning more money. You become wealthy by understanding how money works. In today's world, this message is more important than ever. Many young people earn money but still feel broke. They work hard, but their salary disappears into rent, bills, food delivery, shopping, subscriptions, car payments, and credit card debt. At the end of the month, they are left waiting for the next paycheck. But this book teaches that there is another way. Instead of only working for money, you can learn how to use money to build your future. You can track your spending. You can avoid unnecessary liabilities. You can invest in useful skills. You can build side income. You can create assets. You can ask better questions, and you can take small, calculated risks that help you grow. In this video, we will explore 5 powerful money lessons from Rich Dad, Poor Dad that young people can apply today. Lesson 1. Understand the difference between assets and liabilities. Lesson 2. Make money work for you. Lesson 3. Learn financial education, not just earning. Lesson 4. Develop a rich mindset instead of a poor mindset. Lesson 5. Take calculated risks, not reckless risks. These lessons are not about becoming rich overnight. They're about building better habits, better thinking, and better financial decisions. Because financial freedom does not start with millions of dollars. It starts with one small decision: to stop spending without thinking and start building your future with purpose.
Lesson 1. Assets versus liabilities. The first money lesson from Rich Dad, Poor Dad. The first and most important lesson from Rich Dad, Poor Dad is the difference between assets and liabilities. Robert Kiyosaki explains it in a very simple way. Assets put money in your pocket. Liabilities take money out of your pocket. This one idea can completely change how young people think about money. In today's society, many people want to look successful before they actually become financially strong. They buy expensive phones, branded clothes, gaming setups, luxury items, or cars on monthly payments. These things may look cool on social media, but financially, many of them are not helping you grow. Imagine 2 young people receive the same salary, $4,500 per month. The first person spends quickly. He buys a new phone on installment for $100 per month, pays $500 for a car loan, spends $300 on shopping, $200 on food delivery, and $50 on streaming subscriptions. At first, this lifestyle looks exciting, but every month, money keeps leaving his pocket. By the end of the month, he feels stressed and has almost nothing left. This is the money out path. Now imagine the second person receives the same $4,500 salary, but makes different choices. Instead of spending everything to impress people, he uses part of his money to build himself. He buys a useful laptop, reads personal finance books, takes a $50 online course, learns video editing, design, coding, tutoring, or content creation. After a few months, he gets his first freelance project and earns $300, then $500, and later maybe even $1,000 or more. This is the money in path. The difference is not the salary, the difference is the decision. One person uses money to buy things that drain cash. The other person uses money to build skills and tools that can create cash. That is why Kiyosaki says we must understand the difference between assets and liabilities. A liability is not always something bad. A phone, car, or subscription can be useful. But if it keeps taking money from you without helping you earn, save, or grow, then financially it behaves like a liability. An asset is something that helps you create value. It can be an investment, a business, a digital product, a YouTube channel, a useful skill, a laptop used for work, or knowledge that helps you earn more. For young people today, this lesson is very practical. You do not need to buy real estate or stocks immediately. Your first asset can be your own skill. If you learn video editing, you can serve YouTubers and businesses. If you learn design, you can create thumbnails, posters, and social media content. If you learn English, Japanese, coding, or AI tools, you can teach, freelance, or build online services. If you create content consistently, your channel can become a digital asset. The key is to ask yourself before every purchase, will this help me earn, save, or grow money? Or will this only take money out of my pocket? If it helps you earn, save, or grow, it may be an asset. If it only creates bills, debt, and stress, it may be a liability. The goal is not to stop enjoying life. The goal is to build assets first, then enjoy lifestyle later. Because when you buy liabilities first, you stay trapped. But when you build assets first, your money slowly starts working for you. Simple takeaway. Before buying something expensive, ask, is this building my future or only impressing people today? The rich do not only work for money, they use money to buy or build assets. And that is where financial freedom begins.
Lesson 2. Make money work for you. Most people are taught one basic rule about money. Go to school, get a job, work hard, earn a salary, pay your bills, and repeat the same cycle every month. At first, this sounds normal. But in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki explains that this is exactly how many people become trapped. They work for money their whole life, but they never learn how to make money work for them. Think about a young person earning $4,500 a month. At the start of the month, the salary comes in, then rent goes out, bills go out, food expenses go out, car payments go out, subscriptions go out, shopping goes out, entertainment goes out. And by the end of the month, there is almost nothing left. So what happens? They wait for the next salary, then the same cycle starts again. Work, earn, spend, wait, repeat. This is the modern rat race. The problem is not having a salary. A salary is important. A job is important. Active income is important. But the problem begins when salary becomes your only source of income. Because if you stop working, the money stops coming. If you get sick, the money stops coming. If you lose your job, the money stops coming. If your company reduces your hours, the money stops coming. That is why the rich do not only work for money, they use money to build systems, skills, and assets that can produce more money. This is the meaning of making money work for you. It means your money, your skills, your content, your products, or your investments. Continue creating value even when you are not working. Every single hour. Let's take a simple modern example. Imagine you are good at English conversation. If you teach one student for 1 hour, you earn money for that 1 hour. That is active income. But if you create English worksheets, recorded lessons, vocabulary PDFs, pronunciation videos, or a small online course, then those materials can help many students again and again. You created the material once, but it can keep creating value. That is money working for you. Now imagine you are good at video editing. At first, you edit one video for one client and earn $50. That is a good start. But later, you create editing templates, subtitle presets, thumbnail packs, or a short online guide called How to Edit Viral Reels. Now you are not only selling your time, you are selling a system. You are selling a skill. You are selling something that can be used again and again. That is the beginning of financial leverage. And this is very important for young people today, because today, you do not need a big office, a big company, or a large investment to start building income. You can start with a phone, a laptop, internet, and one useful skill. You can build money through freelancing. You can build money through tutoring. You can build money through content creation. You can build money through digital products. You can build money through affiliate marketing. You can build money through e-commerce. You can build money through design, coding, editing, language teaching, or AI tools. The opportunity is not the problem. The real problem is whether you are willing to start small and stay consistent. Let's say you are a student, employee, or beginner with limited money. You do not need to quit your job. You do not need to take a big risk. You do not need to become rich overnight. You just need to start building one small income stream beside your salary. Here is a simple example. In the first week, choose one skill. It could be video editing, Canva design, English teaching, Japanese teaching, Excel, AI tools, fitness coaching, cooking, or basic web design. Do not choose something only because it looks trendy. Choose something you can learn, practice, and offer to real people. In the second week, create 3 sample works. If you choose video editing, create 3 short sample reels. If you choose Canva design, create 3 sample posters or thumbnails. If you choose English teaching, create 3 short lesson videos. If you choose Excel, create a simple budget sheet, invoice sheet, or business tracker. If you choose AI tools, create sample social media posts, product descriptions, or video scripts. These samples become your proof. People do not pay only because you say, I can do it. They pay when they see that you can actually help them. In the third week, offer your service at a beginner. Price message small businesses, message local. Restaurants, message gyms, message language. Schools.message, YouTubers.message. Friends who are starting something online. You can say, I am building my portfolio. I can create 3 short videos for your business at a low price, or I can design 5 social media posts for your page, or I can teach beginner English. Conversation online, or I can make a simple budget sheet for your small business. At the beginning, your goal is not huge profit. Your goal is proof, experience, and confidence. In the 4th week, turn your skill into something repeatable. This is where money slowly starts working for you. For example, if you teach English, create a PDF worksheet pack. If you edit videos, create editing templates. If you design thumbnails, create a thumbnail bundle. If you know Excel, create a budget tracker or invoice template. If you teach fitness, create a beginner workout plan. If you know AI tools, create a guide for small businesses. How to create 30 social media posts using AI. Now you have something that can be sold more than once. This is very different from only working per hour. When you work per hour, your income is limited by your time. But when you create a product, system, or asset, your income can grow beyond your time. This is the idea behind making money work for you. Let's look at another modern example. A young person works a normal job and earns $4,500 per month. Instead of spending all of it, he saves $200 every month. He uses $50 to learn video editing. He uses free tools to practice. He creates short videos for his own portfolio. Then he gets 1 small client and earns $100. Next month, he gets 2 clients and earns $250. After that, he creates templates and earns another $100. At first, this income is small, but the important thing is that he has started building a second income stream. Now his life is not only salary-based. He has a skill. He has proof. He has clients. He has experience. He has a system that can grow. That is how small money starts becoming working money. Now compare this with someone who earns the same salary, but spends everything every month. One person spends to look successful. The other person invests to become stronger. One person waits for the next paycheck. The other person builds income outside the paycheck. One person depends only on the job. The other person uses the job to fund future freedom. That is the difference. Making money work for you does not mean you become lazy. It does not mean money appears magically. It means you stop using money only for consumption. You start using money for growth. You use salary to buy time. You use time to learn skills. You use skills to create value. You use value to earn income. You use income to build assets, and then those assets help create more income. This is the cycle of wealth building. Salary is not the final goal. Salary is the starting point. The question is, what do you do with your salary after you receive it? Do you spend it all on lifestyle? Or do you use part of it to build something that can pay you back? That is the real lesson. In today's world, young people have a powerful advantage. You can learn almost anything online. You can start a business from your bedroom. You can teach students across the world. You can create content with a phone. You can sell digital products without inventory. You can use AI tools to work faster. You can build a personal brand without a huge budget. But none of this works if you only consume. If you only scroll, watch, buy, and compare yourself to others, money keeps going out. But if you learn, create, publish, sell, and improve, money can slowly start coming in. That is why the goal is not to work 24/7 forever. The goal is to work smart now, so that your money, skills, and systems can support you later. Start with one skill, build one small service, earn your first extra $100, then reinvest it, buy a better tool, take a better course, improve your portfolio, create a digital product, reach better clients, build slowly. You do not need to become rich in 1 month. You need to start building the habit of turning income into assets, because every dollar you spend can do one of 2 things. It can disappear, or it can help you grow. The choice is yours. So the practical question for today is simple. What is one skill you can start learning this week that could earn you money in the next 30 days? Maybe it is video editing. Maybe it is design. Maybe it is tutoring. Maybe it is AI tools. Maybe it is content creation. Maybe it is coding. Maybe it is selling digital products. Choose one. Start small. Create proof. Help people. Get paid. Reinvest. Repeat. That is how you stop only working for money. That is how you begin to make money work for you. Lesson 3. Financial education is more important than just earning money. Earning money is important, but earning money is not enough. Because if you do not understand money, even a good salary can disappear very quickly. This is one of the most powerful lessons from Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Robert Kiyosaki explains that many people work hard, earn decent income, and still struggle financially. Not because they are lazy, not because they are not educated, but because they were never taught how money actually works. They know how to work for money, but they do not know how to manage money. They know how to earn a salary, but they do not know how to control spending. They know how to use credit cards, but they do not understand debt. They know how to buy things, but they do not know how to build assets. They know how to receive money, but they do not understand cash flow. And this is why financial education is more important than just earning more. Imagine a young person earning $4,500 a month. On paper, that sounds like a good income. But every month, the same thing happens. Rent takes $500, food takes $600, car payment takes $500, phone and internet take $150, subscriptions take $80, shopping takes $300, food delivery takes $250, entertainment takes $300, credit card payments take $400 by the end of the month. Almost nothing is left. Now this person may think, I need a higher salary. And maybe that is true. But if the person earns more money and still has the same spending habits, the problem will continue. Because more income without financial education often creates more spending. This is why some people earn $3,000 and struggle. Some earn $5,000 and struggle. Some earn $10,000 and still struggle. The income changes, but the behavior does not change. Financial education changes the behavior. It teaches you to ask better questions. How much money is coming in? How much money is going out? Where's my money disappearing? Which expenses are necessary? Which expenses are emotional spending? Which expenses are making me look successful, but keeping me broke? How much am I saving? How much am I investing in my skills? How much am I using to build assets? These questions are simple, but they can change your life, because the first step to controlling money is seeing the truth. Most people do not really know where their money goes. They think they spent a little coffee, a little food delivery, a little online shopping, a little subscription, a little upgrade, a little entertainment. But small expenses become big expenses when they repeat every week. For example, imagine you spend $10 on coffee or snacks every day. That sounds small, but $10 a day becomes around $300 a month. That is $3,600 a year. Now imagine you spend $15 on food delivery 3 times a week. That is $45 a week. That becomes around $180 a month. That is more than $2,000 a year. Now add subscriptions. Netflix, Spotify, cloud, storage, gaming, gym membership, apps, premium, tools you rarely use. Maybe each one is only $5, $10, or $15, but together, they can quietly take $100 or $200 every month. This is what I call invisible spending. Money is not stolen from you. It slowly leaks away. And if you do not track it, you will not even notice. That is why financial education begins with awareness. You cannot improve what you do not measure. So here is a simple modern example. A young person says, I do not have money to start a side business. But then they track their spending for 1 month. They discover they spent $250 on food delivery, $180 on random shopping, $120 on subscriptions, $100 on unnecessary transport, $150 on impulse purchases. That is $800 in 1 month. Now imagine using even half of that money differently. With $400, they could buy a course, start a small website, upgrade a laptop, buy useful software, run a small test ad, create a portfolio, or build an emergency fund. The money was there, but it was invisible. Financial education helps you find hidden money inside your own life. And this is very important for young people today. Because today, spending is too easy. You do not need to take cash out of your wallet. You just tap your phone, click once, swipe once, subscribe once, buy now, pay later, use a credit card, order food, upgrade your phone. And because it feels easy, it does not feel like real spending. But the result is very real. At the end of the month, your bank account tells the truth. This is why financial education is not boring. It is self-defense. It protects your future from bad habits. It protects your salary from disappearing. It protects your dreams from being delayed by careless spending, and it gives you power because once you understand your money, you can start directing it. You can decide this much is for rent, this much is for food, this much is for saving, this much is for learning, this much is for investing, this much is for building a side income, this much is for enjoying life. The goal is not to stop enjoying life. The goal is to enjoy life without destroying your future. Financial education does not mean you must become cheap. It means you become intentional. There is a big difference. A cheap person only thinks, how can I spend less? A financially educated person asks, how can I use money better? Sometimes spending money is smart. Buying a course can be smart. Buying a laptop for work can be smart. Buying books can be smart. Paying for software that helps you earn can be smart. Investing in health can be smart. Learning a high-income skill can be smart. But spending money only to impress people is dangerous. Buying things because you are bored is dangerous. Using credit cards without a plan is dangerous. Taking loans for lifestyle is dangerous. Ignoring your expenses is dangerous. Financial education helps you separate smart spending from emotional spending. Let's take a simple example. 2 people each have $300 extra this month. The first person uses it for random shopping and weekend entertainment. After a few days, the money is gone. The second person uses $100 for an online course, $100 for emergency savings, and $100 to create a small portfolio or test a side business idea. Same money, different result. One person bought temporary pleasure. The other person bought future possibilities. That is financial education in action. Now, how can a young person start? Very simple. For the next 30 days, track every dollar you spend, not only big expenses. Track everything: coffee, snacks, transport, food delivery, subscriptions, online, shopping, entertainment, credit card payments, apps, small impulse purchases. Use a notebook, Google Sheets, Excel, or a budgeting app. Do not judge yourself in the beginning. Just track. At the end of the month, divide your spending into categories: rent, food, transport, phone, subscriptions, shopping, entertainment, debt, savings, learning, investing, family support, business or side hustle. Then ask, where is my money going? Which category is too high? Which expense is helping me grow? Which expense is keeping me stuck? Which expense can I reduce without hurting my life? Which expense can I redirect toward my future? This one exercise can be life-changing, because once you see your spending clearly, you can start making better decisions. For example, you may cancel 2 subscriptions and save $30 a month. You may reduce food delivery and save $150 a month. You may set a weekly shopping limit and save $100 a month. You may stop impulse purchases and save $200 a month. Now you have $300 is $400 or even $500 available every month. That money can become your growth fund. Use it to build yourself. Use it to learn a skill. Use it to start a small service. Use it to create a digital product. Use it to build emergency savings. Use it to pay off bad debt. Use it to invest carefully after learning the basics. This is how financial education turns ordinary income into progress. Another important part of financial education is understanding debt. Not all debt is the same, but debt takes money out of your pocket and gives you no return. Credit card debt for lifestyle spending is usually bad debt. A car loan for status can become bad debt. Buy now, pay later for unnecessary shopping can become bad debt. But some debt can be useful if it helps you build value carefully. For example, investing in education, business tools, or something that increases your earning ability can be useful, but only when you understand the risk and have a plan. The key is not to fear money. The key is to understand money, because fear comes from confusion. When you do not understand your finances, every bill feels stressful, every emergency feels dangerous, every opportunity feels risky. But when you know your numbers, you feel more confident. You know what you earn, you know what you spend, you know what you owe, you know what you can save, you know what you can invest, you know what you need to improve. That confidence is powerful, and this is why financial education is one of the best investments you can make, because no one can take it away from you. A job can disappear, a business can fail, an investment can go down, but financial knowledge stays with you, and the more you learn, the better decisions you make. So the lesson is simple. Do not only chase a higher salary, learn how money works, because if you do not understand money, more money may only create more spending. But if you understand money, even a small income can become the foundation for a stronger future. Start with tracking, then control spending, then build savings, then reduce bad debt, then invest in skills, then build assets, then let your money and knowledge work together. That is how financial education creates freedom. So before you say, I do not earn enough, ask yourself, do I really know where my money is going? Because sometimes the first step to becoming wealthy is not earning more. It is understanding the money you already have. Lesson 4. Rich Mindset versus Poor Mindset Script Style Summary. The 4th lesson from Rich Dad. Poor Dad is about mindset, because before your money changes, your thinking has to change. One of the most famous ideas from the book is the difference between saying I can't afford it and asking how can I afford it. These 2 sentences may look similar, but they create completely different results. When you say I can't afford it, your brain stops searching. The conversation ends. You feel stuck. You accept the problem as permanent. But when you ask, how can I afford it? Your brain starts working. It looks for ideas, skills, opportunities, people, and solutions. That is the difference between a poor mindset and a wealth-building mindset. A poor mindset focuses on limits. A rich mindset focuses on possibilities. Now, this does not mean you ignore reality. If rent is expensive, it is expensive. If your salary is low, your salary is low. If something costs too much, that is real. But the question is, do you stop there? Or do you ask, what can I do next? Today, many young people feel trapped. Rent is high. Food is expensive. Education is expensive. Phones, cars, and basic living costs are rising. On top of that, social media creates pressure. Every day, you see people traveling, buying new cars, wearing expensive clothes, eating at nice restaurants, starting businesses, fans showing a perfect life. So it is easy to think, I am behind. I do not have enough money. I have no connections. I do not have special talent. I am too late. I cannot start. But this kind of thinking makes you passive. It makes you wait. You wait for a better salary. You wait for confidence. You wait for the perfect time. You wait for someone to help you. But life usually does not become easy. First action creates confidence. Learning creates opportunity. Small wins create belief. That is why a rich mindset asks better questions. Instead of saying, I do not have money, ask, how can I earn an extra $300 this month? Instead of saying, I do not have connections, ask, who can I help, message, or learn from? Instead of saying, I cannot start YouTube, ask, how can I start with my phone and free tools? Instead of saying, I cannot afford a laptop, ask, how can I earn the money for this laptop? This is not magic. This is problem solving. And wealth begins with problem solving. Let's take a simple example. A young person wants to buy a better laptop that costs $900. A poor mindset says, I can't afford it. Then nothing happens. The person continues scrolling, comparing, and feeling stuck. But a rich mindset asks, how can I earn $900? Now the brain starts creating options. Can I edit videos for small YouTubers? Can I design thumbnails? Can I teach English online? Can I create resumes for students? Can I sell Canva templates? Can I help small businesses with social media posts? Can I do weekend work for 1 month? Can I save $150 every week for 6 weeks? Now the laptop is not just an expensive item. It becomes a target. It becomes a plan. It becomes a tool for growth. For example, the person can create a simple 4-week plan. Week 1, Learn basic video editing using free tutorials. Week 2. Create 3 sample videos. Week 3. Message 20 small creators or local businesses. Week 4. Offer a beginner package. 3 short videos for $100. If they get 3 clients, they earn $300. If they repeat this for 3 months, they can buy the laptop without debt. And after buying the laptop, they can work faster, edit better, and earn more. That is a rich mindset in action. It turns a problem into a plan. Now take another modern example. A young person wants to start a YouTube channel. A poor mindset says, I need an expensive camera. I need a studio. I need perfect lighting. I need a professional microphone. I need a team. I need more confidence. So they never start. But a rich mindset says, what do I already have? Maybe they have a phone. Maybe they can use free editing tools. Maybe they can use CapCut. Maybe they can use free stock videos. Maybe they can create slideshow videos. Maybe they can use AI voiceover. Maybe they can make book summaries, study tips, language lessons, motivational videos, or simple educational content. They do not need a perfect setup. They need a simple first version. Because the first video is not supposed to be perfect. The first video teaches you how to make the second video better. That is how growth works. A poor mindset waits for perfection. A rich mindset starts with what is available. A poor mindset says, I do not have enough. A rich mindset asks, how can I use what I already have? Let's take another example with AI tools. Many young people say AI is taking jobs. That may be true in some industries, but a rich mindset asks, how can I use AI to become more valuable? You can use AI to write video scripts. You can use AI to create study materials. You can use AI to generate business ideas. You can use AI to write product descriptions. You can use AI with Canva to create social media posts. You can use AI to help small businesses save time. For example, a student can learn how to create Instagram posts using AI and Canva. Then they can offer a simple service to small restaurants, gyms, salons, or online shops. Maybe they charge $100 for $20 posts. At first, it is small. But if they get 5 clients, that becomes $500. If they improve their work, they can charge more. One person says, AI is a problem. Another person asks, how can I use AI to solve problems for others? That is the mindset shift. Now think about language skills. A young person may say, my English is not perfect. My Japanese is not perfect. I cannot teach. But a rich mindset asks, who is one step behind me? If you know basic English, you can help beginners. If you know basic Japanese, you can help new learners. If you know Excel basics, you can help someone who knows nothing. If you know how to edit simple videos, you can help someone who cannot edit at all. You do not need to be the best in the world. You need to be useful to someone. Money comes when you solve problems. So instead of asking, am I perfect? Ask, who can I help? That question creates movement. Another example. A young person says, I do not have money to invest. A rich mindset asks, what can I invest without much money? You can invest time. You can invest effort. You can invest attention. You can invest in learning. You can invest in communication skills. You can invest in building a portfolio. You can invest in your health. Not every investment starts with money. Sometimes the first investment is discipline, for example. Instead of spending 3 hours every night scrolling social media, use 1 hour to learn a skill. After 30 days, that is 30 hours. After 3 months, that is around 90 hours. With 90 focused hours, you can learn enough to offer a beginner service. That is how mindset turns time into skill, and skill can turn into income. A rich mindset does not mean pretending life is easy. It means you do not let difficulty stop your thinking. Instead of saying, I can't afford it, ask, how can I afford it? Instead of saying, I don't know how, ask, how can I learn? Instead of saying, no one will help me, ask, how can I provide value first? Instead of saying, I have no opportunity, ask, what problem can I solve? Then instead of saying, I am too late, ask, what small step can I take today? These questions change your behavior, and behavior changes your results. Because mindset alone is not enough. You cannot just think rich and become rich. You must think differently, then act differently. The mindset is the starting point. Action is what creates progress. So here is a practical plan. Choose one thing you think you cannot afford. Maybe it is a laptop. Maybe it is a course. Maybe it is a camera. Maybe it is a business tool. Maybe it is an emergency fund. Now do not say, I cannot afford it. Ask, how can I earn this money? If the goal is $600, break it down. Earn $150 per week for 4 weeks or earn $100 per week for 6 weeks. Then choose one small action. Offer video editing. Design thumbnails. Teach. Online. Create social media posts. Sell a template. Do. Weekend work. Help a local business. Create a mini service. The goal is not only to buy the item. The goal is to train your brain to create solutions, because once you learn how to create $100, you can learn how to create $500. Once you learn how to create $500, you can learn how to create $1,000. And once you understand that money can be created by solving problems, your confidence changes. You stop seeing yourself as helpless. You start seeing yourself as capable. That is the real power of a rich mindset. It is not arrogance. It is not showing off. It is not pretending to be rich. It is simply believing that problems can be solved. Skills can be learned, income can be created, and life can be improved step by step. A poor mindset says, this is impossible. A rich mindset says, what is the first step? A poor mindset says, I do not have enough. A rich mindset says, how can I create more value? A poor mindset says, I am stuck. A rich mindset says, what can I learn next? The way you think controls the actions you take. The actions you take control the skills you build. The skills you build control the value you create. And the value you create controls the money you can earn. So the next time you hear yourself saying, I can't afford it, pause, change the sentence, ask, how can I afford it? Then write down 3 possible answers. Maybe you can learn a skill. Maybe you can sell a service. Maybe you can reduce expenses. Maybe you can save weekly. Maybe you can use tools you already have. Maybe you can start smaller. That one question can open a door. And sometimes the door you open is not only about money. It is about becoming a stronger version of yourself. Financial growth starts with mental growth. Change the question. Change the action. Change the result. Do not let I can't become your identity. Turn it into how can I, and then take the first step. Lesson 5. Take calculated risks. Script style summary. The 5th lesson from Rich Dad Poor Dad is about risk. Robert Kiyosaki teaches that if you want to build wealth, you cannot avoid risk forever. But there is a big difference between calculated risk and reckless risk. Reckless risk is gambling. Calculated risk is learning, planning, starting small, testing, and improving. Many people want financial freedom, but fear stops them. They ask, what if I fail? What if I lose money? What if people laugh at me? What if my idea does not work? Because of these fears, they stay in the same place. They keep depending on one salary. They keep spending the same way. They keep waiting for the perfect time. But the perfect time rarely comes. If you wait until you feel completely ready, you may wait forever. That is why calculated risk matters. Calculated risk does not mean putting all your savings into crypto because someone online said it will explode. It does not mean quitting your job tomorrow without savings, skills, clients, or a plan. It does not mean borrowing money to start a business you do not understand. That is not courage. That is danger. Calculated risk means you study first. You understand what could go wrong. You start small. You test the idea, you learn from the result. Then you improve and take the next step. Smart people do not remove fear completely. They manage fear with knowledge and action. Let's take a modern example. A young person wants to start an online business. A reckless person spends $2,000 immediately on a website, logo, ads, inventory, and software before knowing if anyone wants the product. After 1 month, there are no sales. Now they feel stressed and disappointed. A calculated person starts differently. They research the market. They study competitors. They create a simple Instagram or TikTok page. They make sample posts. They ask people if they are interested. They test one small product. They spend only $50 or $100 in the beginning. They collect feedback. They improve the offer. Then if people respond well, they invest more. Both people have the same dream. But one jumps blindly. The other tests carefully. That is calculated risk. Now think about investing. Today young people see influencers talking about stocks, crypto, trading, and easy money. Someone says, buy this coin now. This stock will 10x. You are missing the opportunity. This creates pressure. A reckless person may put $1,000 into something they do not understand. They do not know the risk. They do not have emergency savings. They are only following hype. That is gambling. A calculated person behaves differently. They first learn the basics. They build emergency savings. They start with a small amount like $25 or $50. They do not invest money needed for rent, food, or bills. They study long-term investing. They avoid emotional decisions. They do not chase every trend. The goal is not to avoid investing forever. The goal is to become educated before investing seriously. Because risk is not only in the market. Risk is also in your lack of knowledge. Now think about YouTube or content creation. Many people say, I want to start, but what if no one watches? That fear is normal. But if you start smart, the risk is small. You do not need a $3,000 camera setup. You can start with your phone. You can use free editing tools. You can use simple slides, voiceover, images, and CapCut. You can make your first 10 videos as practice. The real risk is not low views. The real risk is never starting, never learning, and staying the same. A calculated YouTube plan could be simple. Make 10 videos. Post consistently for 30 days. Study which titles get clicks. Improve your thumbnails. Improve the first 10 seconds. Learn from comments. Then make the next 10 videos better. That is not gambling. That is testing and learning. Now take freelancing. A young person wants to earn money through video editing, design, writing, translation, or tutoring. A reckless approach is quitting their job immediately and saying, I will become a full-time freelancer. But they have no clients, no portfolio, no savings, and no experience. That creates pressure. A calculated approach is better. Keep your job or studies. Learn the skill after work. Create 3 sample projects. Offer a beginner service. Get 1 small client. Deliver good work. Collect feedback. Improve your portfolio. Then get the 2nd client. Then the 3rd. After you have steady income, savings, and proof, then you can think bigger. Do not burn the bridge before building the next one. Calculated risk means building a bridge to a better life. Now let's talk about failure. Many young people fear failure because they think failure means the end. But failure is often feedback. If your first video gets only 20 views, that is feedback. If your first product does not sell, that is feedback. If your first client says no, that is feedback. If your first design is not good, that is feedback. The real question is not, did I fail? The real question is, what did I learn? Maybe your price was wrong. Maybe your offer was unclear. Maybe your thumbnail was weak. Maybe your product did not solve a real problem. Maybe your audience was not right. Maybe your skill needs more practice. Once you understand this, failure becomes less scary. Every mistake can teach you something. Here is a simple example for young people. Imagine you want to earn online, but you are afraid. Start with a low-risk experiment. Choose one skill like Canva design. Give yourself 30 days, days 1 to 7. Learn basic Canva design from free tutorials. Days 8 to 14, create 10 sample posts for restaurants, gyms, or small businesses. Days 15 to 20, build a simple portfolio using Google Drive or Instagram. Days 21 to 30, message 30 small businesses and offer 10 posts for $50. If nobody replies, you did not lose much money. You gained experience. You learned outreach. You learned design. You learned what people respond to. If one client says yes, you earn $50 and gain proof. Next time you can charge $100, then $150. Then you can create monthly packages. That is calculated risk. Small test, small cost, real learning, real progress. Now think about digital products. A reckless person spends months creating a huge ebook without knowing if anyone wants it. A calculated person first posts small tips online. They see which topics people like. They create a short free guide. They collect feedback. Then they create a simple $5 or $10 digital product. If people buy it, they improve it. If no one buys it, they adjust the topic. This is how you reduce risk. You do not guess, you test. You do not build in silence forever. You show small versions to the world and learn. Calculated risk is not only about money, it is also about time. If you spend 1 year only thinking about starting, you lose 1 year. If you spend 1 year testing small ideas, you gain experience. Even if some ideas fail, you become smarter. That is why action matters. But action should be intelligent. Before taking a risk, ask yourself 5 questions. What am I trying to learn? What is the smallest way to test this idea? How much can I afford to lose? What is the worst case scenario? What will I do if it does not work? These questions turn fear into planning. They turn risk into a controlled experiment. For example, if you want to run ads for a product, do not spend $1,000 immediately. Start with $20. See what happens. Did people click? Did they message? Did they buy? Did they ignore it? The result teaches you something. Then improve the product, image, title, or offer. This is how entrepreneurs think. They do not need to be right every time. They need to learn fast. Here is the big lesson. Staying safe is not always safe. If you never learn new skills, that is risky. If you depend only on one salary, that is risky. If you never save money, that is risky. If you avoid every opportunity because of fear, that is risky. If you spend everything and build nothing, that is risky. So risk is not only in action, risk is also in inaction. A calculated risk gives you a chance to grow. No risk can keep you stuck. This does not mean you should be careless. It means you should become prepared. Learn before you invest. Test before you scale. Start small before you go big. Build savings before major risks. Practice before charging high prices. Get proof before quitting your job. For young people, the goal is not to become fearless. The goal is to become skilled. Because the more skilled you become, the less scary opportunities feel. Education reduces fear. Mindset creates belief. Action creates experience. Experience creates confidence. And confidence creates bigger opportunities. So here is the final challenge. Pick one small calculated risk this month. Post your first video. Offer your first service. Create your first digital product. Save your first $100. Invest in one useful skill. Message 20 potential clients. Start a simple business page. Apply for one better opportunity. Do something that teaches you. Do something that moves you forward. Because the biggest mistake is not failing. The biggest mistake is never testing your potential. So remember, do not gamble. Do not rush. Do not follow hype. Do not risk money you cannot afford to lose. But also, do not let fear control your future. Study the opportunity. Start small. Test carefully. Learn from the result. Improve your plan. Then take the next step. That is calculated risk. And calculated risk is how ordinary people begin building extraordinary lives. Final message for the video script style closing. So what does Rich Dad Poor Dad really teach us? It teaches us that money is not only about salary. Money is about choices. Money is about habits. Money is about mindset. Money is about education. And most importantly, money is about what you do after you receive it. Because two people can earn the same $4,500 per month, but live completely different lives. One person receives salary and spends it immediately. Rent goes out. Bills go out. Food delivery goes out. Shopping goes out. Subscriptions go out. Car payments go out. Credit card payments go out. By the end of the month, almost nothing is left. Then they wait for the next paycheck. This is the modern salary trap. But another person receives the same $500 and makes a different decision. They still pay their necessary expenses, but they also track their spending. They reduce invisible expenses. They cancel unused subscriptions. They stop wasting $200 or $300 every month on things they do not really need. Then they use that money to build something. They buy a course. They learn video editing. They learn Canva design. They learn English teaching. They learn AI tools. They build a small portfolio. They offer a simple service. They earn their first $50, then $100, then $300. Then they reinvest that money into better tools, better skills, and better opportunities. That is where financial change begins. The first lesson taught us to understand assets and liabilities. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. A new phone, car, or luxury item may look impressive, but if it only creates payments, stress, and debt, it can become a liability. But a laptop used for work, a skill that earns income, a digital product, a YouTube channel, or a small business can become an asset. So before you buy something, ask, will this help me earn, save, or grow money? Or will it only take money out of my pocket? The second lesson taught us to make money work for us. A salary is important, but salary should not be the final destination. Salary should become the starting point. Use your active income to build income streams. If you can teach English, create worksheets or recorded lessons. If you can edit videos, offer editing services and later create templates. If you can design, create thumbnails, posters, or social media packs. If you can use AI tools, help small businesses create content faster. The goal is not to become rich overnight. The goal is to build one small system that can grow over time. The third lesson taught us that financial education is more important than just earning money. Because earning more does not solve everything if your habits stay the same. A person can earn $3,000 and struggle. A person can earn $5,000 and struggle. A person can even earn $10,000 and still feel broke if they do not understand money. That is why you must know your numbers, track every dollar, know what comes in, know what goes out, know what is necessary, know what is waste, know what is helping your future, know what is delaying your future. Maybe you think you do not have money to start, but after tracking your spending, you may realize that $300, $400, or even $500 is disappearing every month through food delivery, impulse shopping, subscriptions, and small daily habits. That money can become your growth fund. The fourth lesson taught us the power of mindset. Do not only say, I can't afford it, ask, how can I afford it? This one question changes your thinking. If you want a $900 laptop, do not just complain that it is expensive. Ask how you can earn the money. Can you edit videos? Can you design thumbnails? Can you teach online? Can you sell a template? Can you save $150 per week for 6 weeks? Can you offer a beginner service for $100? A poor mindset stops at the problem. A rich mindset searches for a plan. And the fifth lesson taught us to take calculated risks. Do not gamble. Do not follow hype. Do not put all your money into something you do not understand. Do not quit your job without savings, skills, or clients. But also, do not let fear stop you forever. Start small. Test the idea. Learn from feedback. If you want to start a business, test with $50 before spending $2,000. If you want to invest, learn first and start small. If you want to create content, make your first 10 videos as practice. If you want to freelance, get one small client before thinking about quitting your job. Calculated risk means you are not waiting forever, but you are also not jumping blindly. You are learning, testing, improving, and growing. So the message of Rich Dad Poor Dad is simple. Do not live only for the next salary. Use your salary to build your future. Track your money, reduce waste, avoid unnecessary liabilities, build assets, learn one useful skill, create one small side income, ask better questions, take smart risks, and keep improving. You do not need to be born rich to start. You do not need a perfect background. You do not need a huge amount of money. You do not need to know everything today. You only need to take one serious step. Maybe your first step is tracking your spending for 30 days. Maybe it is saving your first $100. Maybe it is learning video editing. Maybe it is creating your first YouTube video. Maybe it is offering your first service. Maybe it is building your first digital product. Maybe it is finally asking, how can I create more value? Because money follows value. The more problems you solve, the more valuable you become. The more valuable you become, the more opportunities you create. And the more opportunities you create, the more freedom you can build. Financial freedom does not begin with millions of dollars. It begins with one decision. The decision to stop spending without thinking. The decision to stop waiting. The decision to stop saying, I can't. The decision to learn, build, test, and grow. So here is the real question. What is one small financial move you can make today that your future self will thank you for? Can you save $20 today? Can you cancel one useless subscription? Can you watch one lesson instead of scrolling for 1 hour? Can you create one sample project? Can you message one potential client? Can you write down your first business idea? Can you start tracking every dollar? Small actions may look simple today, but repeated over time, they can change your future. So start small, learn daily, build assets, take calculated risks, and let your money, skills, and knowledge slowly create the freedom you want.
Thanks for watching Wisdom in Pages. Subscribe for more wisdom from every page.